Shalom. First, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakha. I want to give double honor to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone and rule well, and shalom to the elect out there pushing His word in sincerity and truth. Just wanted to talk on these riots, these uproars of the people that have been happening over there in France, in Paris, and also the divide within in Britain, man. Right now, you got Brexit woes. And, it's coming closer and closer. March 29, the government's all in a raid. They're split. There's basically mass confusion, man. The people are split all around the country. And, the elites are using that, to create that confusion, man, And it's a beautiful thing because it says in the scriptures, man, that's what's going to be happening in the last days. There's going to be uproars of the people. And, it's been happening all around the world. But even now it's coming, to the door where we're at in Britain over here in the London camp, man, So it's exciting times, we don't know how it's going to go exactly, but we know that the scriptures talk about Jacob's trouble, man. It talks about the third woe cometh quickly. So we know that we're in the midst of this troubling time, man. It's just a matter of time before, the elites pull off some kind of false flag attack, and just like they did in 9/11, and we see things moving quick, man. Okay, the mark of the beast is at the door. The technology is already out there. People are getting chipped left, right, and center in Sweden, all around the world. That's going to become more prevalent. So these prophecies are speaking, man, because we're in that time, man. So let me get this in 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, from the top. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we're in that time now when the Lord's coming back soon, man. Yahushua is going to return with, the armada of angels, man, the chariots. Okay, which is, the so-called, the chariots within the scriptures, they're so-called UFOs, man. Okay, but they're the chariots of the Lord. He's going to come back to visit us, man. He's going to come in that big father ship, and he's going to come to redeem, his elect, man. Which we, starting with our apostles and elders at GreatMillStone, and the men that died in the faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Amen. We're hoping that we're the elect, man. And we're doing the things that it is written that we should do. We're doing the works, going on the highways and byways, having faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, being brotherly, and that's part of the faith. Now, what we're also doing is we're watching, man. We're watching these prophecies, and that's increasing our faith more and more as that day draws near, man. For guys that ain't watching what's going on, then at the same time, that's why they lose faith. I remember the Apostle Tar saying that, man. And it's true because, if you ain't watching what's going on, you're not keeping up with the times. And how are you keeping up with prophecy? How do you know what time you're in? The scriptures always talk about measuring the time diligently, man. The scripture, the Lord talked about use the parable of the fig tree when the leaves bud. You know what season it was. So these signs, man. These things, these uproars of the people. That's all written, man. I'm gonna read it. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, and it's funny because there was just an earthquake recently, man, that split the ground. Okay, and that's been happening more and more all around the world, man. Okay, there was a big earthquake. I forgot. Oh man, forget the name. 1 second, bear with me. Man, I forgot the place now, man. There was a major earthquake recently, man. But But yeah, man, it says, and uproars of the people in the world, man. So hey, there's been first of all, there's been earthquakes happening all around the world, more and more prevalent, big ones as well. And it says uproars of the people, man. Okay, there's all sorts of uprisings and you know, marching and you know, rebellion against the government happening all around the world, man. Okay, over there in Paris, they're doing it over the oil prices and the tax and all that. They ain't happy with Macron. Over here, you got people on both sides. You got people that are for Brexit and people that are against Brexit marching. Okay, it's made even a wider gap. There was already a gap culturally. Now it's made it even a wider gap. You know, and that's a beautiful thing, man. Because you know, there's gonna be race riots, man. There's gonna be race wars, man. Nation shall rise against nation, man. That's gonna be happening, man. That's coming in the time of Jacob's trouble. And it's funny because it says, the scripture says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and endings in effects and science. So that's what it is, man. We're in that time of the uproars of the people, or in the time of the chip. We're in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, we're also in the time of what? World War III, man. Okay, we're waiting for that to get even heated up even more, man. And the scriptures talk about that, man. The scriptures talk about it in Revelation, the 11th chapter. It says, scripture says, Revelation 11 and 14. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Now, the woe represents destruction. Okay, it means destruction. So what's the great destruction? So the world wars, man. Now the second woe is past, meaning the World War II. Now the World War II happened, man. We're in a time where it's already past. It says, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Okay, so we're already in the midst of the Third World War, man. Okay, it's just a matter of time before it comes to that crescendo when them ICBM nuclear missiles are shot, man, and America's completely destroyed. And that's something that we're waiting for right now, man. Okay, that's, you know, part of the prophecy, man. But before that happens, you know, we're gonna have Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, you're gonna have, you know, race riots. You're gonna have the devil deploying these troops, the army, to come down on us harder, and you can see signs of that all around the world, man. Okay, you got Trump and his troops down over in you know, the border or the wall. You got over here in Britain, they got police walking around. Now they can basically strap up with guns in areas where they think you know, there's gang crime and violence. Well, where's the areas where they have that? Predominantly Jake areas, man. So they're setting up to take Jake out, man. Okay. And these are all signs, okay, of the end, man. That we're at the very, very end, man. And the Lord's coming back soon. It says, Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. So the men are going to be afraid, man. Okay, because right now, you know, it might seem all calm, but hey, the scriptures say when they say peace and safety, then comes sudden destruction, man. All it's going to take is one big attack, man. One false flag set up by the elites to turn this place into haywire, man. It's a boiling kettle right now. You know, there's so much tension. You know, you just need something to pop it, man. And these people out there that think that they got it, they all got it. You know, they're all right. You know, they're gonna understand when their bank accounts are empty and the financial crash is happening, plus all the madness that's happening from the attack and all that. Okay, and the government issuing in the army and all that, and the martial law. That's when all that pride is gonna come down low, man. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. That means there's never been a day like it, man. And in Daniel the 12th chapter, it says it's going to be like a time that's never been seen before, man. Okay, you're going to have all different types of destruction going on, man. Okay, even Leviathan's going to be involved in this one, man. It says, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And how's that going to happen? That's going to happen through the elect, man. Okay, the elect of the nation of Israel are gonna be saved out of it, man. And if I go back to 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, okay, it's gonna actually explain how. It says, this is 2nd Ezra 9 and 7. And everyone that shall be saved, okay, and who can be saved? Only the nation of Israel can be saved, man. Okay. And it says, and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. So who's got the works and who's got the faith, man? Okay, it's the men that are pushing the gospel out there, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Okay, starting with our apostles and elders, man. Teaching the truth, dividing the truth right, man. Okay, not coming up against the elders, man. Not coming up against Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Not being rebellious. You know, having good works, man, showing their faith. It says, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So, hey, the elect were already chosen from the beginning to be able to make it through this time, man. Even though it's going to be a harsh time, okay? Scriptures talk about scarcely be saved, man. You know, it's going to be scary, man. And it says, hey, it says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. And that's what's going to be happening, man. Okay, when the enemy comes in like a flood, okay, when the martial law troops are out and about, you know, and you know, they're basically knocking your mum on the side of her jaw, you know, raping your wife, and doing all that. That's when you're going to be experiencing hell, man. Because you didn't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushai when the doors are open. So that's the time we're coming in, man. We're coming into the time of martial law. You know, we've got the uproars of the people. You know, the tensions between America and Russia and China. You know, the financial crash. That's all coming, man. The mark of the beast, the RFID chip implant. That's all. The most of that's already here, man. In its beginning stages. Now it's just a matter of time for that pops, man. You know. But hey, man, that's the time we're in. So it's important to watch and pray, man. Pray that the Lord delivers us, man. You know, and He will, man. He will. You just gotta have faith. You know, if you faith, you show your works. You have faith unto the end, and unto the end. That shows that you know, hey, man, the Lord's merciful, man. The Lord has His elect, which He cares for, man. You know, the elect of the nation of Israel. So you know, hope that's been edifying. You know, brothers, keep watching, keep praying. You know, and with that, you know, shalom. All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, B'Hashem Chakadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone again. All right, man. Shalom. Shalom.